Hello everyone, it is time for our monthly paper pumpkin put together. So this video will be all about putting together the July 2026 paper pumpkin kit. These are just gorgeous floral cards. Lots of pieces, lots of dimensionals and stickers, so it'll take a little bit longer to put these together. They're not hard, it just might take a little bit longer, and they're absolutely beautiful. So if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's a monthly kit and it comes in a box and has everything in there you need. The only thing you might need is a pair of scissors, but it comes with the adhesives, any embellishments that are needed, full color instructions. So let's get started with our first card. So this is our first one. Now these are all fun folds. They're ones that stand up like this. So you put this on the inside and then that tucks in. So then somebody can just leave it on their desk and enjoy it the whole month of their birthday. So that's number one. So let's get busy. Let's do our stamping first. Now it took me a minute to figure out where to stamp on the inside. I'm setting that aside because I don't want to lose all those. We're going to stamp on those, and then it shows you, if you just look at the directions, it shows you that that extra score line should be at the top. So I don't know if, there you go, you can kind of see. So you're going to be stamping on this piece. So let me grab my piercing mat, and you get the spot in the kit, but I usually use my full-size one since I have it. And this is Timid Tiger. So we're going to take this little crosshatch one. I've covered up my directions. And I stamped in the middle and then stamped on each side. And it doesn't, I mean, you do not have to be exact with this at all. All right, that's all on that. Now, where did I lay? Here they are. I covered them up. My sentiments. Hey, Marion. All right, so we're doing 2 sentiments, hugs and wishes, and it's your day. And having it on this dark mat will also help you see the edge of your thing. And it's hard for me to do it because I'm not right over it because of the camera like I normally would be. So when I'm doing it online or on the camera, sometimes, oh, that's not bad. It doesn't end up being as straight as I would like, but it's fine. It's homemade. All right, now we get to do all of the adhesive. I don't need that. Let me pull in all these pieces. All right, so we have all these flowers. Lots of flowers. And get our envelope out of the way. This leaf, whoa, and be careful because it's a little bit fragile. It's got some thin places, and then your thing that's going to stand up. So these are the only ones we're putting the glue dots on. So let's do that first. I like to use my Take Your Pick tool. And I put them on the same leaves they did. I don't know that it really matters. You just want to be sure you have several on here so it will stick. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Oh, we do need these too. All right, that's all the glue dots for this one. Now, this piece, you're putting tear and tape. That's what these 2 strips are showing you. That's tear and tape. I am using some leftover from a previous paper pumpkin kit because I ended up having 2 or 3 of them that just had a little bit left. And I used up, actually I had probably 3 or 4 because I've used up 2 already. But you have a one that came in the kit that has more. Come on. There we go. Now you don't want to put it too high up. Just kind of pay attention to where they did it, because you don't want it to come off the edge of the card, and then you'll stick it down and it won't be able to fold up. All right, that's those. Now we start the dimensionals. So these guys get 3, and you can tell the difference in the directions. These solid ones are the glue dots, and then these open ones are the dimensionals. I should have probably done some of this ahead of time. Oh well, I'll just give you time to craft along with me. That one. And these are mini dimensionals. So they're smaller than our regular dimensionals. Okay. Now we do 1 in each, the center of each flower. One more. I feel like I should have music playing or something in the background. All right. Now let's get our card base back. And you do want to, I haven't burnished this one yet. I guess a bone folder might be another thing that would be handy to have. All right. I'm going to put my leaves on here first. No, I put that on the wrong side. So there's a side that has a nice little line on it. Don't put your adhesive on that side. Oh well. This one will not look as pretty, but that's okay. Nobody will know. Oh, come back here. And you do want to kind of hold down your leaves so you don't rip anything popping these backs off. And mine go everywhere. All right, so lay this down. Hopefully you put it on the pretty side. About like that. So they might go off a little bit. All right, and this now can go on here. That's just unfortunate. That's okay. At least I'll know to pay attention on the next ones, huh? All right, and this is gonna go in the middle, like that. And that way, see, if you put it up too high, then it'll stick down, you won't be able to fold it. All right, next we need our sticker. So this one says birthday. And I found, for me, the easiest thing to do was to kind of get it so that it was loose, and then take my tweezers and kind of pop it out. Because if I put my fingers on there, then they would stick to it. There we go. And most of them, when I did it, the inside stayed behind. So I didn't have to worry about that, this T. There we go. And then you do have to come back and get the dot for the eye. Okay. Yep, see, all those insides came out when I pulled it off. So we're going to set this towards the top of this oval, half oval. And then we're going to get our little dot This is when tweezers really come in handy, so that we can dot our I. All right, now we're ready to start putting flowers on. So I just kind of looked to see which ones looked like they were behind, like that blue one and that pink one and that orange one. Let's turn them all over so we can see where they are. All right, so let's start with this blue one with the spiky petals. He's going to go here. And then the pink one with the spiky petals is going to go on this one. And then the darker orange one, I think. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I forgot to put those stickers on the middle. That's all right, we can do it afterwards. When I did it, I did put the stickers on before I put them on the card. The centers of the flowers. So we'll see. All right, and then another pink one. And it really doesn't matter what order you put these on. If they're not the, if they're not the same as on the directions, it'll be just fine. All right. On your sticker sheet, it took me a second to figure out, there are 3 different sizes of centers. So you have a large, a medium, and a small. And it shows you what size what size goes on each flower. So I had to kind of look ahead and see those ones are bigger. So I knew that these were medium and those were small. So let's do the small ones and then we'll know the rest of them are medium. Again, my tweezers helped me with this. Come back here. Well, there we go. All right, so a small one goes on this guy. Nope, on this guy. It looks like it goes on the small ones, go on the 2 spiky ones. So here's another small one. Just bending it so I can get the edge of it, hopefully. So that's going to go on the other spiky pink one. I think it might be easier to do it before you put them on the card. And then the rest are medium. Well, come here. There's a bunch of medium ones over here. And it really does add a lot to have those centers in there. Makes them look more finished. All right, one more medium one. Sorry, I'm probably not doing that on camera, am I? All right. Go. There we go. Card number, nope, not done. We have to put the rest of our sentiments on there. All right, so on the outside is Hugs and Wishes. And it's just going to kind of go over a little bit of the birthday, maybe tucked under some flowers. And then the other one goes here where we stamped those. It's your day. And you just put it in the middle of what you stamped. And now it will stand up. There you go. All right. Card number 1. Be careful putting them in the envelopes with all those flowers. All right. Card number 2. looks like this. Hooray, it's your day. Then you open it up and it says birthday wishes. So let's get all our pieces out. So it's going to be very similar as far as the steps. Let's not lose any of our flowers. Come here. And then somewhere in here are, there they are, 2 sentiment pieces. Oops. And again, you're going to have your other scored piece up there. We're going to stamp those cross hatches. If I can move those out of the way. Just like we did on the last one. So in the middle. And then this one, our sentiments are, it's your day and birthday wishes. It's your day. Let's come back here. And birthday wishes. All right. Now we're ready to do our adhesive again. This time there's the pretty side. We're going to put it on the other side. So our tear and tape. Two pieces of that. And if you ever get it too long, once you take the backing off, you can fold it back on itself and it won't be a problem at all. All right, so tear and tape. Let's get our leaves. So we have 2 leaf ones this time. Get our glue dots back. I'm putting on the same leaves they did. I don't think it really matters on this one. Sometimes you do want to be sure you put the adhesive where they say, because it makes a difference of where it goes on the card. But I don't think that's as critical with this one as it is with some of them we've had. All right, dimensionals. So same thing. 3 on each of these sentiments. So I didn't really talk about, I do a bonus project every month and I send everybody that's on my team that gets Paper Pumpkin or any customers that get Paper Pumpkin from me, I send them the materials to make a bonus card using the stamps from this Paper Pumpkin. All right. Oh, we should put our stickers on before we even put dimensionals on. That would be even easier. All right, so let's look and see. These three get large ones now. This one gets a medium, and these 2 get small. That'll be easier when there's not a dimensional underneath. So we need 2 large ones. 3 large ones, sorry, for these 3. One more. All right, and 1 medium one. For this, whoop. That's the right side. He's so pale. I had to make sure I had the right side. And 2 small ones. All right, that's even easier. Now we can put our dimensionals on the back. So again, just 1 dimensional in the center of each one. Oops. One more. All right, I guess we should turn them all back over so I can see what color they are so we know where to put them. All right, so we have our card base. Let's burnish that well so it will fold nicely. Okay. I'll put our leaves on here. So I just kind of looked at where they put them, and they're a little bit different. That's that one. That's that one. I don't know that it matters. All right, take your pick tool. Don't put your finger right on the glue dot you just uncovered. One more. Come on. There we go. Oh, and see, I just ripped that. I did that with another one too. Oh dear. There we go. And that's the exact leaf I ripped before too. But you won't even notice because you're going to put a flower over it. All right. So yes, you do have to be careful of these because they will rip. Come on. Go. All right, let's see if I can pick this up without grabbing a leaf that has a glue dot on it. And this one is going to go about like that. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. All right, now we can put this on our card. Again, center it. Good, we didn't get any adhesive there. All right, now we need Hooray. And that is going to go in the middle here. Like that. All right, now we're ready to start putting our flowers on. So down here we have one of the big pink ones, and we're just going to cover up that leaf that we tore. The sky. And this little orange one. And then the other pink one goes up the top. And the bigger orange one. Again, if you don't put them on the exact way that they showed, it's fine. And the little pink one. Come here. Didn't come off. There we go. And then on the outside is It's Your Day. Whoops. Got a glue dot backing. It just kind of goes in here. And then your inside one, again, goes just on those crosshatched. Birthday wishes. Like that. And then you can fold it up again. They're so pretty. Okay. That is card number 2. One more. Just putting this one back in here so it doesn't get messed up. This is on a pretty pink card base. Happy birthday wishes with a whole bouquet of flowers. Uh-oh. Obviously, I didn't notice that stayed in there. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Just dumped out everything over here. Not everything, but a lot. All right, let's see what else. Little flowers. All right. Again, you will stamp the cross hatches. Let me turn our directions over. So same thing, cross hatches and our sentiment. Grab my ink back. All right, make sure our extra score line is there at the top. There we go. And then this time, what do we need? We need birthday wishes. And what's on the inside? Hugs and wishes. So here's hugs and wishes. And then birthday wishes. Okay, stamping is done. All right, let's grab this. So again, find the pretty side and turn it over. We'll add our tear and tape. And Tear and Tape is really strong, so these 2 strips will hold this just fine. Okay. Then we have our stems and leaves. Those are going to get glue dots. So just 3 glue dots. So you will have glue dots left over. Helps if you move the plastic out of the way. All right, done with the glue dots. All right, let's do our centers. That worked pretty well last time, I think. So let's see, we need 3 large ones. Here, I'm gonna move those up there. Oh, there's a little one. So 3 large centers, 2 medium centers, and 3 small ones. Okay. So large ones. I don't know if we'll have any extras. We'll see when we're done with this card. Doesn't look like it because this, yeah, that's a large one. All right, that looks like the last large one. And then 2, those are small. Here's medium. Yeah. And that's a medium one. Looks like they gave us just enough. And then 3 small ones. And 2 over here. So we will use every sticker. That didn't get picked up right. Let me try again. There we go. We will use every sticker on this sheet. That's nice. Then we can throw it away. We don't have to save it in case we wanted to use the rest of them. Okay. Now let's put our dimensionals on. Three on our sentiments again. And when you use up all of these, don't throw this away. You can snip this outside and use it too. It works just fine. If you need like a long piece of dimensional, that's great for that, or I just cut mine into pieces. All right, now all of our flowers. Missed that one. All right, 3 more. There we go. Now we're ready to put it all together. All right. I'm gonna burnish this. Okay. Let's put our leaves on. No, this one's not wanting to come off, is it? Try this side. Well, I've never had one be this bad about coming off. We'll just put another glue dot on a different leaf. As soon as I find where I put them, because I thought I was done with them. Here they are. Just put one on this leaf. I've never had a back decide not to come off like that. Okay. And it shows that this is over to the left a little bit. So then you have room for your sentiments. Whoops. Whoops. So about like that. All right, let's put our happy, our last sticker. There, like I lost my tweezers. Yep, that one stayed again. There we go. All right, and this is going to go about like this. And now we just start filling in flowers. Let's turn them all back over again so we can see what color they are. All right. Looks like the lighter blue one is over here. And they don't all go on stem, so don't worry about that. Dark blue one there. Another blue one here. Oops, I forgot to turn this orange one over. Orange one there. Down here. And then our 3 little pink ones. There, and then 2 up here. All right. Oh, we should have put this on here first, probably. That's all right. We can still get it. Center that. Our happy looks like it's going a little downhill, doesn't it? That's okay. Now we want birthday wishes. It's just going to go across there. And then on the inside. Oh, sorry. Hit the camera. Hugs and wishes. There we go. Oh, that's so pretty. That might be my favorite. I just love that bouquet of flowers like that. All right, so let's take a look at everything that we made. Clean off some of this stuff so far. So those are the 3 that were in the kit. Hey, buddy. So pretty. And like I said, it takes a little bit to do all of the adhesive on them, but it's definitely worth it in the end. All right, now let's do our bonus project. What is this one? So if you didn't know, you can do, this is what I did. I was like, well, I wonder what DSP I have that has Timid Tiger in the DSP. So I just put in a search on Stampin' Up! And did Timid Tiger, and of course it brought up the ink and the cardstock, but then it also brought up excuse me, all of the DSP that had Timid Tiger. And so this is one of them. This is Florals in Bloom. And it was this on the back of, this is beautiful paper. And I don't think it was on the last chance list yet. But I thought this was perfect for our card here. And then this is the Nested Essentials die set that has this fun shape. So I did one big one, I stamped on it, and I'll show you, and then some smaller ones. So, and I always remind you that somebody will get the one that's already made. And I never know. I just mix up all the envelopes, and then somebody gets the one that's already made. All right. You will have 2. This is the Daisy. Hang on, it's right here. Daisy, I think. Lazy Daisy embossing folder that I used for these. I didn't want to do too much DSP, and I wanted some space because this is kind of busy. So you have 2 daisies and 2 DSP die cuts. I thought about trying to do it with just one of each, but it really didn't work. All right, let's bring this back. Actually, I need a piece of scratch paper to put over it. I really need to just wrap some around it. All right. So the only word that is in this set is hooray. So that's what I used. And I just did that in Memento right in the middle. All right, we are going to get that Memento back out, but I'm going to put it away for now. And then you can do them all in Timid Tiger. I used Darling Duckling also, but if you don't have Darling Duckling, just do some of them full strength Timid Tiger and some of them stamped off. So I'll start with the Timid Tiger. And I just started stamping. If I got the right one, yes. Just randomly. All right. Oh, and I did do on the inside too. I did a couple of the Timid Tiger on the inside. Okay, now we're done with Timid Tiger. And we'll take our Darling Duckling. So these are in colors, not from this year, but the year before. So this is their last year. Well, we'll do him first. There we go. And then I just kind of put him next to the, like that. However, there's no right or wrong way to stamp those. And I said, if you don't have Darling Duckling, just do the Timid Tiger again, just stamped off. And that will make it a little bit lighter. And then on the inside, I did It's Your Day in Memento. So this wouldn't have to be birthday. It could be anniversary or whatever. All right, now we need to stamp. We need this back. We don't need this anymore. I don't think. Now we need to stamp our insides. So there are two insides. One's bigger, one's smaller. So the bigger one goes in the yellow flowers. This will be a challenge for me on camera. Remember, it's handmade. Okay, I need to remember the one on the inside. All right, and then turn it over. And then the smaller one goes in the orange flowers. Oh, I could tell that one was off. That's okay. There we go. That is all of the stamping. Now we can put it together. So this just goes on the inside. We don't need this anymore. These are such bright and cheery colors. It's still summer. Even though I'm starting to get the urge to do some fall crafting, both stamping and cross stitch, all I have to do is walk outside and I know it's going to be summer. And I'm actually getting to go to Canada next week. And I checked on the weather and it's much cooler in Canada than here. So I kind of laid these out. And the way I did this is I took my green glue and I put it on the card. And then just lay that over it. Whoops. And like I said, I did these a little bit smaller because I wanted there to be some space. So I'm just going to try and line it up so that they're about the same space horizontally. And then these guys. All right, let that dry for just a minute. Grab my dimensionals. This guy I'm going to put up on dimensionals. I'm just letting that glue dry a little bit before I trim them down. Just goes in the center there. And then you just turn it over. You don't want to trim the card base. And you just go around. Whoops. I like to do this one first. It makes it easier to get this one then. It's not as long. Not the card base. One more. All right. And these bigger ones that you trimmed off, you could certainly save them and put them on another card. These little ones aren't worth anything. All right, and then I used, where are they hiding? Hang on. Okay, there. They're hiding under all the envelopes. These are the 2025 to 2027 in color flat pearls. They're Darling Duckling, so you can use them if you have them. You can use rhinestones, regular pearls, just whatever you have. And let's put one over here. All right, there you go. There is the bonus card. All right, and as I said, somebody will get that one. So let's bring out everything we've done today. Oh, my watch is telling me it's time to stand, and I've been standing for the last 50 minutes. All right, there are all the cards. I hope you enjoyed it. I think these are just gorgeous, these beautiful floral cards. I can think of a lot of people that would enjoy getting those. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. I was going to tell you, I have a card class Thursday night. Today is the last day to sign up for it. These are the cards we're going to be making. So we're still having fun in the sun, floral, but then we have one spooky one, and that's the new foil. I just love that. So today is the last day. You can find it on Facebook. There's a Facebook event, or you can text me or email me if you want to join us. All right, let me put these back out here so you have something pretty to look at. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will be here Thursday afternoon at 3 for Facebook Live. We're going to use this Begonia Bell. It was the July product of the month, and I've just now gotten around to playing with it, but I don't know what we're making yet. That's on my agenda for tomorrow. All right, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.